Hi and welcome to another episode of Meghan Markle's debacles. Apparently Meghan is in another debacle. She's experiencing anger and grief as her dad joins Netflix backlash. Oh, poor Meghan. Does she want me to send her some tissues? I mean, I'll buy the most expensive ones if that's what she really wants. I wouldn't want her sitting on the kitchen floor crying now that her brother and her father have spoken out against more of her lies. Poor Meghan. In the OK magazine, it was reported that the father and the half-brother of the Duchess of Sussex slam her new Netflix show as an expert gives new analysis of their complicated and long-running family issues. I wonder what those family issues are. I mean, was it the fact that she dissed the family so they couldn't tell the truth to the royal family of the big picture that Meghan was putting out there? Oh no, but remember now, there's lots of rumours and conspiracy theories out there that they are not a real family and they're part of a psychops and psypops and whatever other pops they want to be part of, and they're paid by the CIA and the FBI and they're not real family, and oh, the list goes on. It's interesting. But the Duchess of Sussex father added more fuel to the already burning flames of their estrangement last week when he accused her of being inauthentic. Wouldn't be the first time someone's accused her of that, like, hello. In her new Netflix series, Thomas Markle Sr., 80, who reportedly hasn't spoken to Meghan for a number of years, told a newspaper the 43-year-old appeared pre-planned and rehearsed in With Love, Meghan show. Of course she does, because everything's scripted. She's an idiot. The retired TV lighting director claimed he could tell when his daughter was faking it for the cameras. She tries really, really hard. Basically, that's what, her father said. She's always trying so hard to be perfect that she tenses up every time the camera is on her because she's not a natural. She's a natural bullshit artist, a natural liar, a natural disgusting narcissistic slapper, but in front of the camera, she can't be natural. Because I think she's too afraid now that every time she opens her mouth, she knows there's evidence out there of her saying something completely different. Farm to fork. Yes, she said that. When it reminds me of LA when I was growing up, when it was farm to fork and we ate so fresh. But yet, oh no, I was a latch kid girl. I ate TV dinners. Which one was it, Meghan? How many childhoods did you have? The retired TV lighting director claimed he could tell when his daughter was faking it. Of course he knows when she's faking it, because that's her father, regardless of all the rumours out there saying it's not her dad and fake family and yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. It's her dad. Hello. Oh my God, it's funny. Meghan, who amid all the criticism announced that she had already filmed a second series of the lifestyle show and was also launching a new podcast, reportedly hasn't had any meaningful contact with her father since shortly after 2018. Of course we know that because she had to diss the family. But, her father and her brother did do some interviews, and like I said, they're not going to go away. They're going to keep talking. They have every right. They're the ones that are in this debacle. And, yeah, let them talk. Adding to the family backlash, Meghan's half-brother Thomas Markle Jr. also spoke to the American media last week, slamming the 8-part series, as well as taking issue with some of Meghan's recollections of her childhood. The 58-year-old was highly dismissive of the show, saying, halfway through I realised there's nothing better I could be doing with my time. And I hear you on that one, Tom Jr. I think everyone that watched it thought, they're the hours we're never going to get back because we are bored to tears. Like I said, I would have rather been cutting my lawn with a pair of nail clippers than watching that shit. Stephen Walters, a psychologist specialising in trauma and brain spotting therapy, told us that being reminded of the strained relationship she has with her father and half-brother in such a public sphere is likely to be difficult for Meghan. You mean Meghan, the one that actually created this? Oh, diddums. It's similar to couples who divorce and wish they could just go on their own way to forget each other forever, he told OK Magazine. Because, Meghan is the one that created it, but she dishes it out all the time, and that's the only thing she can dish out. She can't dish out any good food. She can dish out bullshit, lies, and absolute narcissistic behaviour. But if someone says something about her, she's on the floor sobbing her heart out and going, I'm the victim. And that's what she's always going to continue to do. Like I said, from childhood to this very day, Meghan Markle is an absolute victim. She wants people to victimize her because it makes her talked about. It makes her popular. She wants you to hate her. This is all part of the plan. No one goes into the royal family and willingly does things against the grain and, against protocol and does what she has done to not gain traction of being the victim. The victim is going to make her money. I knew in that video that I said that I put out the other day that she was going to mention her father on a podcast. She was going to mention the family because this is her way of reiterating how she's a victim, how she's bullied, how she's so hard done by, how she was poor, how she had to get in the boot of her car. She has to continually play the victim because it makes her popular. She has nothing to be popular about. Do you get my drift? Victim mentality. When people play the victim, they're the ones that are always the ones committing the crimes, but then sitting back going, oh, poor me. Oh dear. Meghan Markle's father went on to say, but if you share blood and DNA as Meghan does with her family, there's always going to be a connection. No shit, Sherlock. It doesn't matter. There's a connection there. They are always going to be entwined and entangled in a way. When there's an estrangement, whatever form that it takes, it can be painful and hurtful to be reminded of that connection. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. So the fact these people still feel a need to talk about Meghan suggests that there's still feelings there, maybe sadness and anger and grief. And it's probably the same for Meghan too. It brings up that sense that they're still emotionally connected on some level. Stephen adds that estrangement isn't a linear process and family members are often at different stages with their emotions. Of course that there's always going to be a connection there. Of course they're angry. They have been dissed, put through the mud. They're everything they have said and done is being twisted. Lots of their interviews are being chopped and changed and whatever else. Yes, they have said stuff that they shouldn't have said. I agree with that. But at the same time, this is Meghan's doing. Meghan's doing. She did this. She could have played it so much different, but she didn't. Because she wants you to feel sorry for her. She wants you, the listener, the one that reads everything, the one that follows her, the one that wants her downfall, to not like her because it keeps her in the headlines. The more people talk about her, the better it is. Whether it's good news or bad news, she loves it. She's out there. She's being talked about. Every time you open anything about Meghan Markle news or what's going on with Harry and her, there's something out there all the time. The only claim to fame these two have is hating on both sides of their family. And the only losers here are those two precious children that have been brought into this world, into their Game of Thrones, that are actually going to be damaged. And that's where my heart lies, is with those two children. And I feel sorry for them. As you all know, I worked with docs for many years. Children should always be protected, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally. They should always be protected. And Meghan and Harry are only damaging them more and more. I hope I live to see one day that Archie comes out and sits on a couch and tells his side of the story and how upset he is with his parents, because by gee, it will be coming. You wait till they turn teenagers and go through those hormonal stages, as some of us that have raised children know that they can. Those difficult years, they are going to come out and say stuff. That's all there is to it. Meghan and Harry have made a real bad rod for their back with those children. I feel sorry for them. I really, really feel sorry for them. Not only that they've missed out, she's alienated them from both sides of the family, but in actual fact that they keep them under such lock and key and such privacy, that's only going to make the media, reporters, and people that want to get photos more hungry for it. And it puts them in danger as they get older. As they're out and about, it's going to put them in some form of danger because it makes the media hungry. What do they look like? How did they grow up? What are they doing with their lives? Did they have a good childhood? What did their parents say to them? It's going to make them hunted. And Harry and Meghan have created that. And it's very, very sad. It's dangerous putting these children in harm's way. And like I said, that's where I feel so sad for those children. Because if they had just released photos here and there and just put it out there, they wouldn't be that hunted, but they will be hunted, unfortunately. You watch how it all unfolds. They can never protect them 1000% from the cameras. It's just not going to happen. One day that boy's going to be going for his driver's license or his ID card or out with his mates, or if he's anything like his father, he'll be, doing a bit of substance by the time he's 12 or 13 because their parents have screwed him up so much, or he'll be hitting the bottle. And Harry can't say anything because he was doing the same goddamn thing. And Archie can then say, well, this is why I'm doing this, because I've been traumatized by my parents. I have a grandfather that lives in a castle and all these other family members that I have been shielded from. I do not know my identity. I need to find my identity. Now, both Harry and Meghan know what it's like to not know their true identities. One from a castle, a pompous little prick. The other one that apparently one day she was as poor as anything. And the next time she was eating at all these wonderful restaurants with her father. But I'm black, but I'm white, but I'm multicultural, but I'm this, but I'm Spanish, but I'm Italian. Still to this day, Meghan and Harry don't know who they actually really are. They're still trying to find their feet, yet they're torturing these two children. You know what? I would be definitely getting someone there trying to analyse those children's mental health and see if they are actually okay, because the trauma that they are bringing them is absolutely disgusting. It's despicable for two grown adults that have actually been through things themselves to put this upon two innocent children. But now she's having a sulk and a cry that Daddy and my brother have spoken out against my Netflix series. Obviously they read the papers, they look on social media, etc. Everybody's talking about it, Meghan. Everybody. It was a shit show. Suck it up. Suck it up. You are a nobody and she'll continue being a nobody. But for me, they are comedy. Absolute comedy. And they deserve every little bit of crap that's coming their way. Anyhow, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for listening. And we shall chat soon. Bye.